Hey, good morning, friends. This is Sri Harsha from Crazy Money with Sri, and this is 15th of March. And let's see what's happening in the market. What is that you need to do, and how you need to make your placement of your how you need to trade everything. We will understand in detail. If you're still not a part of my YouTube channel, go ahead, like the video, subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon so that you will get all the latest notifications. So let's get started, guys. So what exactly happened on this Friday? For the last 3 days, 3 weeks, every Friday there has been some amount of sell-off which is happening. The volatility has been actually suddenly spiking. There's something which is very, very interesting, which we can actually watch. Now let's see what's happening and how actually it happened. Whatever sell-off came in the last hour, is it actually making any impact? Let's understand everything in detail. So whatever sell-off came, if you have to talk about the news perspective, the CPI inflation actually showed a surge, which was actually a known factor. The second thing is there's this record spike in the number of COVID-19 patients, not only in India, there was also in the European countries also. There was actually a spike, and because of that, it opened a little, European markets opened a little on the negative side. So, guys, I've been telling you earlier also. One is about the COVID. Any news is going to come. Some reactions may come that's going to create some panic, but that will not make any big difference because the vaccines are already out, and no matter what is going to happen, there is all the advantage which is there. I don't see that is going to cause any major challenge. Now, the second actually COVID demon is our bond yield. So I told you earlier also that analysts have already priced in 1.7% bond yield is okay. As per the rise is actually happening, it can keep rising, and that is actually again that has spiked that whole thing. But after that also, if you see the U.S. market have rallied, European markets have actually hold on to the rate. So overall, I don't see any major challenge as such. Only the Nasdaq has some challenge as of now because they have actually there's right now they are the weakest ones. Otherwise, if you look at the Russells or S&P or the Dow Jones, everything is actually extremely bullish. So right now, where is the focus going to be? Right now, if you look at the good news, what is happening is the quad meet which happened on the Friday again. So Quad is four nations. They are trying to come together and actually help each other for economy, for growth, and other things. This is mainly done by US to ensure that they don't have to rely on China. They want to focus their attention to India. So India and other countries like Australia is also a part of this, and Japan is a part of that. The Asian countries, they want to actually get involved, and they have actually chosen. This is the four countries who are coming together, and after this, the visa norms are actually getting much better, which is going to be a very good thing for the IT industry. So that is one thing which you can actually look out for. So overall, I think there will be some of the other initiatives, news which are going to come from the quad very soon, and which is going to again fuel in the uptrend, whatever is there in the market. So, see, this is a structural bull market, guys. Any bad news is okay. It is a bad news. It will be reacting, and then actually we are back on track. And whenever there is a good news, there will be a phenomenal things which are going to happen. This week there is a lot of things which are happening. This week we have FOMC meet. So FOMC meet is there. Bank of England is meeting. Bank of Japan is meeting. So this is like actually RBI has a policy, right? Similar to that, FOMC has a policy. Bank of England, all of the central banks, they are actually having their policy announcement this weekend. So there are three major economies whose policy announcement are going to come this weekend. One is FOMC, which is actually the US market, the Japan, as well as the England. So European countries. So all of them are going to have this. So expect some big event to happen, some announcements to happen, some commentary to happen. There is retail sales number which is going to come today in the US market. So there are a lot of events which are lined up. See, till the last week we did not have any events. So there was a lot of challenges for the market to move higher. Now we have these events which can actually help the market to move much more higher. So that's something which is the big news right now. And let's see what are we looking at the support and resistances. So support for today, I'm looking as 15,050 and 15,100 to be my support, and 15,100, 15,200 to be the resistance. See, we may start around this price, and as long as we can hold on to this price and we start actually moving above 15,150, 200, I think the correction, whatever was there, is over, and we should start moving on the higher side. We should start trading above 15,100 and above, and we should cross this 15,150, 200, guys. Once we cross that, then actually it will come back to the positive side. And from the bank nifty perspective, 15,300, 15,500, sorry, 35,300, 35,500, these are going to be the major supports, and we need to start trading above 36,000. So 36,000 is where I'm actually looking for bank nifty. As long as we start going above, say above 15,000, 15,050 is very good for nifty. Above 36,000 is very good for bank nifty. So we have seen some buying coming in the last minute for bank nifty. So I hope bank nifty is going to be much more stronger. There's some more news which are actually coming in. Government is infusing some more funds into some of these NBFC, sorry, some of the PSUs, which is going to ensure that they are coming out of the RBI scrutiny and many other things. So there's some news which is actually coming in the banks. I think that is going to actually fuel in some amount of uptrend in the market. So let's dive in more detailedly what all things have happened. If you look at this, this is how actually the rally has happened on Friday. So Dow Jones has moved almost 1%. So they have made a record new high. S&P is almost nearby to the record old high. So we are very, very nearby to the, it will start making new highs probably from today. And Nasdaq is actually the weakest part, but it has actually, whatever we had almost more than 1.5% downside, it has come to 0.5%. That means there's a lot of actually still buying which has come. So I don't see any challenge as such. So it's all extremely bullish. So Nasdaq is the weakest possible thing, but still actually everything looks perfectly fine. And even the Russells have actually made a new high. So there are record new highs which are happening, and the same thing is even happening in the European markets. So whatever they started off, they ended almost the same case. Overall, actually, it looks quite strong. I don't see any challenge in case of the European markets also. So let's look at what are the price which are starting as per what we are looking at. We may start somewhere around 15,050 to 15,080, somewhere in that range, in the same range which I have actually talked to you, which is what we are looking at the support area. And this is the place where we have a watch on, but I don't see this is going to make any big difference, because the main country which has affected a lot, where it had actually moved a lot, have stopped moving. So I think it's going to continue the same way for the other countries also. And overall 1.7 is already priced in, and I don't see any major thing which is happening, because the USD/INR, which I'll show you in a while, is looking quite okay. So until unless we start seeing a spike here, I don't see any challenge. So this is the USD INR, and if you see, it is actually trying back to these norms. I think it will come back to the previous low, and it looks pretty okay to me. As of now, I don't see any challenge in that. If there is a spike here, then actually we have to have a worry, because that is where money is going to get out of the country. So overall, if I have to look at what are the events which are actually lined up, today we have the retail sales number in the US market. We have the WPI inflation in the India, but that is not going to make any big difference. It's already priced in. CPI was the major challenge, and that is already priced in. So that are some of the major events which are lined up. I am not seeing that. So there's a retail sales number. I think there's some issue. I'm not able to see it. Uh, Apart from that, today we don't have much of the things. Tomorrow onwards, I think we have a lot of actually factors which are happening in the global market scenario. and gold is somehow trying to take some support. If it can take support and start moving higher, there is a possibility it can move a little more higher. But let's see how it's going to work out, whether actually the bullish side is going to come or actually the bearish side is going to move up. We have to see. As far as I see right now, there could be some amount of a movement on the upside, because we have after the stimulus has come, I think there will be some amount of movement on the upside, and we have to see if we can hold on. In the global market scenario, I am closely watching 1750, 1780, so that will be the major areas which I will be watching for. Right now it would probably give some support, and we may see some spike which is going to happen in the gold, uh, and crude oil is somehow able to start actually moving on the higher side, and this is the big challenge which is there. If and only if it starts trading below 63 60 dollars, there could be some lower top which is going to form, then actually the shorting opportunity is going to come. Otherwise, as of now, it is still stronger, and probably we have to see how long this strength is going to continue. That is one challenge. And if you see, the bond has not actually made any big impact even on the Bitcoin, because Bitcoin made a new high. Right now it's already trading about $60,000. So that's what is happening, guys. So overall, so buy on dips is going to continue, and you need to buy on every dips, guys. Thank you very much. If you are liking this information I'm sharing with you, go ahead, like the video, subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon, and share it with all your friends on Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, every other place, guys. So let everybody get benefited with that. Thank you very much. Have a great and prosperous day.